welcome on 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adini Ajishafe. Well, just let you have a feel of Nigeria and Ghana there. We'll be really talking about the activities in the world of sport. Well, we just have to look at the fact that right now, Bournemouth have confirmed sacking their coach, their manager, a former manager right now, Scott Parker, has been sacked by Bournemouth because of, the lax draw coming from Liverpool. 9-0 against Bournemouth. That was the last straw that actually broke the canvas back right now. Well, for Bournemouth, they just have to do away with Scott Parker 4 matches, and that particular deal is off. Well, I have in the studio Olawale Peters, a big one there, even though just 4 matches, and the man has actually started the sack of coaches this season.
Okay, what do you expect after 9-0? What do you expect from the management that are serious, that they want a result, that they don't want you to continue trying? If you start this way, definitely it's going to be very difficult for you to get the momentum. If it's something that happens mid-league, it's quite different. But you are just starting and you're considering 9-0. Sincerely, I do not blame them. It shows that they are serious for business, and they are also doing it when the season is still very, very fresh. So that means whatever the issue they have, they can still resolve it before it gets to a situation where they will not be able to resolve it now. Now, sacking the coach is a good thing to start with. However, is the coach the one playing
the games?
The games, or is it that they've seen that the coach lacks some technical skills to have avoided the 9-0? It's very, very, very embarrassing. And if you watch throughout the weekend, you can see other clubs, making jest and making fun of them on the Twitter that, oh, thank God mine wasn't more than 3, mine was 4. How do you allow 9 to set in? So it shows that Premiership this season is going to be a game of.
It's going to be tough. But before we actually got in the studio, I actually saw online that Scott Parker demanded for more player signings because he just mentioned that the players are very young, the one they have, and he demanded that they should allow him to sign more players. And that didn't happen with the management of Bournemouth. And it seems, at times, if they want to do away with you, the management may not just support him one way or the other. They keep up from you, then you fail. After all, that's what they plan. Okay,
I'm sure we are hearing for the first time after they sacked him that he demanded for players. Unlike other coaches, from the beginning of the season, they will be shouting, even any opportunity that they have to have their press conference, they will make it known that
I've been asking for this.
3, 4, 5, but he never did. That's the truth. He kept it to himself. So if you need a resource to achieve your set goals and they did not give it to you and you kept quiet, so that means you are comfortable with it. That's the truth. Look at Manchester United, for example, now. It is now that they've seen the first 3 matches that they lost. Gave them that reset, that, wow, we really need to invest. And look at the way they are investing now. Anthony, they got him. Now, Victor Osimhen, they're about to get him also because the conversation is still ongoing. They still have between now and Thursday to conclude the transaction. That shows that you have to make noise. You have to shout. It's not until when you did not achieve what you are expected to achieve or something. There's always a scapegoat. We all know how this works.
The managers are already scapegoats. Well, the players are still there in Bournemouth. They'll be playing for that team. But from the way it is, Scott Parker's deal with Bournemouth is over. Right now, it's been confirmed that he's been sacked by that club. Let's see what they will do, talking about Bournemouth after that 9 goals they conceded against Liverpool. Now, we move away from England. Let's come back home and talk about our own NFF LMC must do more to strengthen Nigerian league. Coming from Sunday Dare, the Minister of Youth and Sport Development, while he was hosting the club owners of Nigeria. Well, they met with him and he had to come up with this particular statement that NFF LMC must do more to strengthen Nigerian league. And he also mentioned that in the next few weeks, Nigeria is either football is down or it gets back rejuvenated. So from the way it is, I think it's high time that the NFF, LMC, they just have to work harder and better, smarter to make Nigerian football, because really, according to the minister, our league is very weak. If you look at the rating and everything, it's very, very weak right now.
Yeah, in a situation whereby they are pairing Nigeria rating our domestic league with Angola, with Sudan. What do you expect?
Really, very weak.
So it's not even weak. That adjective weak is like we are consoling ourselves. It's worst. It has never been this bad before. But what do we need to do? It's not about having the meetings today, having the meetings tomorrow, everybody will know where the problem is, and we know how to achieve what we intend to achieve. If you look at the 10-year master plan that Sunday Dare presented to the president, very, very, very good. It broke it down into different segments. What we need to do when it comes to the legal framework and the structure, what we need to do when it comes to sponsorship and funding, what we need to do when it comes to youth development. It broke everything down. But our problem is we speak good English. We write, we are very good when it comes to writing also. Even the Britain that colonized us, they are learning from us. But when it comes to implementation, that is our problem. And the first thing that we need to do, in which Sunday Dare also made known in his own 10-year strategy plan, we have to see football as a real business. If you don't see that, if you don't do that, sincerely, we'll continue. Sunday Dare tenure with President Mohamed Buhari will end
May 29.
Next year. So we don't know who is coming in. Probably they will buy into that idea. And we have one good thing. I mean, we have one culture in this country that is not really good. The culture of, okay, if I'm not the one that started this project, I'm not going to do away with it. I do away with it. I think we should have this mentality of, if the project, if government is all about continuity. So if the 10-year master plan, it's a very good one. Whoever is coming in after the current government, they should continue with that same project, because that is actually my own fear. Now you're talking about 10 years, so that means you need a 2-term president to achieve what you've planned for now. So that is an issue. Instead of taking it for that 10 years, why not 4 years? We do it in short term, medium term, and long term. With that, we know that we want to achieve something. So the first thing I think we need to do now is we have to see how we're going to privatize our local league. If we don't do that way, if you don't go that route, if you don't take it away from the state government, sincerely, funding is a major problem. The league will be starting very soon now. Most of the governors, those that are not seeking re-election, and other candidates will they have time when it comes to their own general election? Will they now have time to be sponsoring or funding
football
or sports? They won't do that. They will not do that. Their own focus is how to seek re-election or how to support their own candidates. So the football will be lacking. You have a team that wants to play from, you have a Lagos team that wants to play in Sokoto. They have no other choice than to travel by road with the insecurity on the road. And you'll be expecting such player to perform optimally. And we'll be comparing them with what we have in the North Africa, where they have a sponsorship with most of the airlines, that anytime they are having a match, they go by flight, they fly. And this also bound to the question that, must we have 20 teams in our league? Must we have 20? If it is only 14,
they are viable,
that we have people that can sponsor them, then let's have 14. If it is 12, let's have 12.
After all, Germany, with all the infrastructure in place, they have...
So it's like we like to copy the British way. That's the truth. They have 20, let us have 20. What they have, do we have it? No, we don't have it. So I think that's what we really need to look into in this country. The first thing, if you want to get it right, is to privatize the domestic league. So you see a lot of people, we have it in those days. Iwayawo National.
Julius Berger, BCC
Lions, Abiola Babes, Omidiona Babes. We have a lot of them. So until we go back to that same style, process, structure, we will not get it right. That is where we will see Nigerians wearing made in Nigerian jersey to support Canopilas, to support Enyimba, to support 3SC. We have people that will be producing that t-shirt in this country. They will provide employment for people. They will make more money. What stops them even from trading on the Nigerian Stock Exchange? So this is what we need to start looking into to make this thing work, to make it viable the way it is. If not, if you leave it in the hands of the likes of Shehu Diko, thank God Amaju Pinnick is leaving, seriously, we'll continue to lament and to be asking questions of over 30 billion given to this executive, and what have they really done with it? The first thing we need to do is to look for how to privatize the domestic league in this country. I'm very sure you'll be interested to buy. You'll be interested to invest, and a lot of people will be interested to invest also. And if you are doing that, you should make sure that the controlling share, which is more than 51%, is out of the government owned. The reason being that if, for example, now, the Lagos state government is still having the controlling share of over 51%, and you as an individual, you're having about 4 or 5%. When the state government is making a decision or is talking, do you have anything to say?
No.
No, you don't have anything to say. Look at the Barcelona, look at Real Madrid. Their supporters, they have a stake in the club. So that is why anytime they want to buy a player or they want to elect the president, they have a say, they have a vote, they have a voice, because they are investing their money in. We need to do that in this country. If you do that, we're going to help the economy, we're going to help the football in the country, and we're going to help ourselves as an individual.
Hopefully, things can be done right in Nigerian football. We've been looking at NFF LMC. They just have to strengthen Nigerian league. Right now, coming from Minister of Youth and Sport Development, Sunday Dare there, while hosting the club owners of Nigeria as they pay him a courtesy visit. I also appreciate the fact that the 10-year master plan, football master plan, they will be supporting it 100% coming from the club owners there. Nigerian football really needs to get better. Right now, it's so weak. We are being rated with a lot of very weak leagues in Africa. But right now, things are not going well, considering the fact that Nigeria just played against Ghana just by the weekend, and we lost by 2-0. And they are coming to Abuja. We don't know what's going to happen in that game. It's a very painful one. But right now, the second leg is coming. And from the way it is, Ghana will do everything possible to make sure you don't concede 3 goals.
That reminds me, why do we have to start the show by reminding us of a painful exit from the World Cup?
I just want, because Ghana just defeated us, so people can remember what happened. Good morning there. We've been looking at Nigeria. Well, football story here is always very interesting. We need to get it right, coming from the administrators there. Now, let's talk about volleyball. Volleyball is really growing well in Nigeria. Now, let's talk about the ladies. The under-19 girls, they'll be going for the Nations Championship, just like their men counterpart. The boys also did well in Tunisia, but now the ladies have been invited. 14 players have been listed after they've been in camp. Now, 14 of them. Let's look at the list that was actually released by the Nigerian Volleyball Federation. Miriam Usman, Chief of Naval Staff Spikers. Aishat Abdurrahim, the same club, Chief of Naval Staff Spikers. Christiana Laban, Plateau Rock. Blessing Unekwe, who plays for Civil Defense. Mary Ghana, Nigerian Customs. Naomi Yaro, Kada Emirat. Marvelous Chilota, Kada Emirat. Charity Jaws, Niger Raven, and you have Gift Michael, Queen Volleyball Club. Verity Onyegu, who plays for Queen Volleyball Club. Ifeoma Modi, Chief of Army Staff Spikers. Deborah Chukwa, and you have Sarah Ali of the same club, Chief of Army Staff, and Joy Owoni, who plays for Phoenix Volleyball Club. Those are the 14 players, and right now these players would be at least playing for Nigeria at the African Girls Nations Championship taking place in Tunisia.
Okay, I think I have more confidence in them. I have more confidence in our ladies this time around than the boys. That's the truth. They've been doing us very, very proud. They are showing us that, okay, we are neglecting them, but they
can prove us wrong.
No, not that they can prove us wrong. They have proved us wrong.
Yes.
They just concluded Commonwealth game. The 12 medals that we won, who won it for us?
Mm.
Who won it for us?
12 gold medals.
They won all the 12 gold medals for us. So that shows that they are really telling us that they need our attention, they need our support, they need the recognition from us. So for them, as far as I'm concerned, I'm sure they're going to do us very, very well. If you look at the local leagues also, they are doing very well. And that's why you see from Chief of Army Staff, Spikers, we have three of their players representing the country from there. I'm sure a lot of people doesn't even know that we have them locally, that we play the volleyball. So it's a very, very good one. What we just need now is not that we should be expecting them to do miracle, why we did not do what it is expected of us to do. In terms of preparation, training, I think it is very, very important.
Welfare,
it's very, very important. If you don't take these 3 things into consideration, no matter how good they are, they're going to meet their counterparts that they have been well prepared, well trained psychologically. In terms of infrastructure, we lack that in this country. We are going for a competition like this. It is not good enough for us to camp them only in this country, because do we have the best facility or infrastructure for training in this country when it comes to this particular sport? The truth is no. Number 2, most of these ladies, probably they'll be traveling out of this country for the first time in their life, in their career. The jet lag will be there. Then the experience of experiencing another country's food, culture, weather, it is there also. I think it is high time that we have a process that anytime we are playing a competition outside probably the southwest, the Western African countries, if it is going to be North Africa because the climate
quite different.
It's quite different, changes. We should have a process of camping them at least 3, 4, 5 days before the competition. Not that we let them arrive. We say we camp them in Abuja, we camp them in Jos, we camp them in Lagos. It's still the same Nigeria. They're not playing the competition in Nigeria. They are playing it outside Nigeria. So we should have a process of making them to be available to acclimatize with the weather and the situation of that country before the competition. At least 5 days. We have the money. How much do we need to do this? We have more than enough that we can do this. So the earlier the better we start doing this, the earlier the better for our sport. Not that we will not do our own part and be expecting them to go out there and perform miracle. Most of them, they normally lose out because of technical skills, technicality. That is the reason why we don't really get to where you're supposed to get to. But when it comes to the dedication, the commitment, the strength, definitely we have it.
Definitely we have it. We've been talking concerning Nigerian ladies, the volleyballers, under 19, where 14 of them have been listed to play that competition. Good one there. Hopefully they can win and at least make Nigerians proud when it comes to volleyball, handball, all our sports in Nigeria. Nigerian sportsmen are really trying their best to make sure things go well. Now, let's talk about football again. We look at Spanish La Liga. Matches were played, at least 2 matches. Let's look at the result as it went down just yesterday. Atletico Bilbao, it was a 1-2-3-4 against Cadiz. Good one. The player that he has been playing for almost every match is Inaki Williams. Well, right now, he got injured in that game, and that record is there for him. And you have Valencia versus Atletico Madrid. They pipped them by a long goal. Good one for Atletico. And for Atletico Bilbao, they really answered. In fact, they nearly spelled Cadiz. Just one more goal. Just one more goal.
Probably that would have been the end of their coach also. Because this is the header that's when you concede more than 4 or 5 goals now.
There you are out.
You have to go out of it. So it's a very good one. It shows that the Athletic Bilbao and Atletico Madrid, they are starting from...
They had a meeting that they should...
They had a meeting that they were not going to lose also. And they are starting from where they peaked last season because they are early starter. And that means a lot in any league. If you're an early starter, the probability of you fighting for the trophy or making the top 4 for the Champions League is very certain. So I think it's a very good one for them, but it's too early to call. Probably they'll still maintain the momentum.
But really, at times when we say it's too early to call, but look at it right now. Real Madrid, Barcelona, all Real Betis, they are already stepping up, showing that, okay, you keep calling it's too early to call, but we are moving. Look at England now, the Gunners. Despite the fact that it's early to call, now they are still standing top there.
Okay, you know, there is a saying that goes that a masquerade that dance first may be the one to clap.
What if the masquerade refused to actually stop the dancing?
It has never happened.
Leicester City did it. They danced all through and they won it.
Who? Leicester City? No, they came in between 2014.
But at least the time they came in, people never believed that they could win that league.
There's never
a
team in any of the league in the world that started on a good note and they ended on a good note. Everybody will have their ups and downs.
I remember that set of... What about Bayern?
Are you comparing Bayern?
No, I'm just, when you said no team in the world, that's why I'm mentioning Bayern Munich.
They had their own ups and downs.
What about the Gunners, the Invincible, the Gunners that's Thierry Henry time?
Yeah, if you look at the Gunners during the early Thierry time, the Arsene Wenger, and one of their most prized glory up to now, they have some matches that they drew.
Yeah, but they didn't lose.
Wait. Let's get this right. Now, what we are saying is you can never have a team that will start the season on a good note and they will finish the season on a good note. In between, they have their time, ups and downs. During that period, there was a time that they had 3 draws. That time was because at that time, anything could have happened. So that shows that you cannot start winning from beginning of the season, and at the end of the season, you're going to continue winning. Injury will come in, will set in, take it or leave it. Fatigue will set in, take it or leave it. There will be a time that you need a win, but you get a draw. So that will definitely set in. So the fact that you've won 4 matches, from 4 games, doesn't mean you're going to win all the 38 matches.
Let's see, maybe their masquerade will continue to dance till the end.
Maybe they have a good masquerade this time around.
Well, we've been talking about matches play in the Spanish La Liga Santander. Just to add some spice to it right now, let's go transfer. Let's talk about Tottenham Hotspur reignite interest in Atletico Madrid's versatile midfielder Yannick Carrasco. They want to get Carrasco where they've been longing for this player. Well, the interest is back now. Atletico Madrid, would they allow him to leave now?
Well, the question of will any team allow any player to leave doesn't arise again. It's all about money.
In fact, this statement just made, I remember the Napoli saying if they see the 100 million euros, they will allow Osimhen
to go. Whoever believed that Manchester United would pay 100 million euros for Anthony.
No one actually 84 million pounds.
84 million pounds, 100 million euros. Nobody believed that. Osimhen also, they are looking at 146 million currently now. So it's all about the money, and that is not really good for the game of football. That's the truth. So that means it's all about money. It's all about highest spender. It's all about people that can really pay for it. Let's see how it goes. But Tottenham, I think they have more than enough squad currently that can win the Premier League.
So if Carrasco wants to leave, he can?
If he wants to leave, if the right money comes in, why not? They will allow him to go.
If the right money comes in, why not? Coming from, well, Olawale Peters there. We take the last straw on the show, talking about Cristiano Ronaldo could be moving. It's possible that this deal could actually survive it. Ronaldo could leave Manchester United for Napoli this week. Well, it's under probability anyway. If that deal actually works out, if they could get 100 million euros, then maybe they will allow Osimhen to swap. Okay,
right now, still Ronaldo is in between Chelsea or Napoli. If he goes to Napoli, so that means there will be a swap for Victor Osimhen to come in. And Manchester United currently, they need a standing striker right now. They have more wingers than a striker. The only striker they have is Anthony Martial and Mark Rashford. And both of them, they don't play from the center. They don't play from the box.
It was a bit wasteful.
They even play more from the wings. And they have more than enough players that can play from the wings. They have Sancho's already, they have Anthony already, they have Elanga already. So what they really need now is a box 9, which Victor Osimhen fit perfectly to, occupy that position. So if Ronaldo will be going there, that will be the reason. But if he's coming to Chelsea, not because, yes, Chelsea need a striker, that's the truth. But Ronaldo will try his best, but he will be going to Chelsea because of the money involved. When Ronaldo came to Manchester United, he didn't come to Manchester United because he wants to come and win the Champions League for them. He wants to come and win the Premier League for them. That's the mistake most of their fans they made. No, he only came because he's going to add more money, revenue. Go and look at the amount of jersey
he sold,
and the sponsorship that Manchester United got when Ronaldo got to Manchester United.
And I'm sure
the same thing will happen also
if this deal actually
to Chelsea, leaving Manchester United to Chelsea.
That will go AWire on the internet
so
and everywhere.
They go for business or they go for passion. Either way, it's a good deal for Ronaldo himself.
Even Napoli will make a lot of money because of his inclusion if he moves there.
Yes, to make a lot of money, but it will be better for him to remain in Chelsea, to remain in England
than going back
to Italy.
Okay, a good one there. We wait to see what's going to be happening concerning Cristiano Ronaldo's deal with Napoli or Chelsea. That will be it on 360 Sport. I've been with Olawale Peters. Thank you very much.
It's my pleasure being here, Adeni.
You're smiling. The Gunners will get this one. We just have to go now. I'm Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.